Hey y'all, in this video I want to show you really quickly how to measure both the angle of impact and also the height, the wound height for a blood spatter stain. Um, so first, here's my little quickly drawn blood spatter. And the first thing we need to do is measure in centimeters both the width and the length. So I'm going to start here with the width. It's about 1.2 centimeters. So my width is 1.2 centimeters. And then my length is about 2.6 centimeters. Length, 2.6 centimeters. So in case this is for the angle of impact. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the width divided by the length. So 1.2 divided by 2.6. 1.2 divided by 2.6, and that gives me 0.46. Good rule of thumb, if there's two numbers here, the zero doesn't count. That's a good scientific mathematical rule of thumb. So 0.46. The next thing I do is I take the inverse sine, which if you haven't done any trigonometry yet, you won't know much about, but that's okay. I'll show you where the button is. Of 0.46. So take your calculator here. If you push the second button, the blue one, and then the button that says sine, S-I-N right there, and then type in your number, which is 0.46. You don't even have to close the parentheses. You can just hit enter, and it will give you a number. So 27.4 degrees. So 27 degrees is my angle of impact. Okay. Then I can use that number. So that's the angle that the blood was traveling. Anyway, so then I can use that number to next calculate the wound height. And in order to calculate the wound height, you take the tangent of whatever that angle is, 27 degrees in this case. Again, that's on your calculator. You click the TAN button right here, tangent of 27 degrees, and you get 0.51, 0.51. And then the last thing, remember we're doing wound height here, is you take that number, 0.51, and multiply it times the distance in feet that the blood stain is from the victim. Okay, which we're here, I'll just make up something. We'll say it was 2.8 feet. That number will be given to you, or you'll have to measure it in the room. But that's the distance. So you multiply those two numbers together, and I got 1.4, and that is feet high. So whatever, this wound was made at a height of 1.4 feet. So that's not very high. So the person might have been sitting on the ground, kneeling on the ground when they got the wound because it came from 1.4 feet off the ground. So anyway, that's the quick math for that. Hopefully you wrote some stuff down, or you can watch this again to help you with 6.4.